Good morning, everyone, and really all the teachers who are here today and who participated in the forum. I thought, just like last year, I thought I should not be here because I have participated in the forum for so many years. I really sort of, in some ways, I feel a sense of disrespect when I'm participating. I don't know, but anyway, that's my excuse. But I really do mean it, though. But I'm very happy that you could all come and do courses at this summer school, which we have been running for a number of years, but it's the second time that we're doing this at Matripa. In any case, as Andrew said, I'm here to talk about health and well-being. Unlike others, again I mean it respectfully, who may be talking about health and well-being because they're healthy. I'm talking about health and well-being mainly because I'm not that well. So when you're not so well, you have to think about these things. But as a Buddhist, it's not all that strange if you think about it, because since you're young, if you receive Buddhist education, they teach you how to think about old age, sickness, and death. So to be sick or ill is not thought of as something that is unusual, unnatural, something of that kind. But if you think about illness, then naturally you would want to think about health, how to keep yourself alive, because health then becomes a pressing issue for you. And because if you think about illness, then you, of course, think about your own mortality. You begin to realize that you're not going to live forever. You're not going to live, at least, as far as we know, you can't live until the age of 180, let's say. It's just an impossibility. But now they have this new scheme, if we can call it that, this incubation system, where like an 80-year-old man is frozen, and then at some point in the future, science will discover this like tremendous answer to how to rejuvenate, or actually resurrect, if you like, somebody who was dead, like 200 years ago, whatever, and suddenly this 80-year-old man comes alive. What's so fantastic about that? But anyway, I'm not going to contemplate on that possibility. And spending all that money in the meantime, even after you're dead, you're still spending your own money. That's bizarre, but in any case, really, as Buddhist, we think we don't think like that. We think life is short, it's precious, and is fraught with many difficulties, and sickness is one of the many difficulties that we would have to deal with while we are still alive. And so when we deal with sickness, we're also dealing with health, you see. It's not the case that health is there, we're healthy, and then we don't have to think about illness, or we're ill, and then we don't have to think about health. I don't know whether I said it right or not, but if you're ill, you have to think about health. If you're healthy, you still have to think about ill health. You see, in Buddhism, we speak about the interdependency of the two, health and ill health. They go hand in hand. And if you do that, then you have a sort of starting point in terms of how you're going to deal with health and well-being. This is really true. I'm going to sort of talk more about the specifics of health issues, but I'll do that tomorrow. But today, what I want to really talk about is the Buddhist attitude towards health and well-being. So that's the first point. That's the starting point, I should say. And so based on that, then we can go forward. And then we have to think, well, how does body and mind work, in terms of health versus ill health? And we have many issues about that, I think. Some people even say, those Western Buddhists who see a very sort of highly respected Buddhist teacher die from cancer or something like that. How can that happen? And others, think about other things in terms of health issues. That illness is actually not real. Physical illness is actually not real. Some people actually believe that. If you have the right mental attitude, if you think properly, your physical ill health will simply disappear. And it's because you're not thinking right, that's why you get sick. But if you think right, then your ill health will suddenly, miraculously leave your body, and your body will be restored to your previous glorious state. Whatever that state was. But anyway, so you're rejuvenated, you're restored, and you begin to radiate, exude health, and everybody looks at you and they go, "Oh, what a hell! You look so healthy, you're so great." And you go, "Yeah, that is me." you know. So this is the thing. But anyway, but this, this is the thing. I mean, how should we then relate to this idea that mind has so much power over the body, and body is just a plaything for the mind, or that the body and mind have some real relationship, that what you do to your body does have impact on your mind. How does this thing actually work? What Buddhism says is, yes, the relationship is not completely equal. The mind does have some, has more control over the body than the body has over the mind. But body still has influence over the mind. When the body is not working very well, then you don't feel good. So, like a very unhealthy grandmother will become irate at everything. But anyway, well, it could be grandfather. Let's not contemplate on that idea. I mean, even grandchild. But even a baby. When the baby has rashes or something. Something like very, just simple thing. The baby gets disturbed. So what Buddhism says is there is body-mind relationship, and you might call it symbiotic relationship. The body does impact on the mind, and the mind impacts on the body, but mind is still at the is sort of playing a more significant role in that relationship. So a lot of the illnesses that we suffer from, according to Buddhism, comes from the mind. Due to that relationship, because the body and mind are so closely related, body suffers because of our own mental state. Now, this is a very interesting idea, because what that says is there is a direct correlation between physical state and mental states. Now, what disturbs us mentally? How does our mental illnesses come from? When I use that word, I'm using that in a very loose way. Meaning like getting agitated, getting anxious, becoming jealous, being angry, all of these things. These things then directly impact on our physical well-being. And all of those kind of mental states and reactions relate to our physical state. Because everything how we relate to everything emotionally and psychologically comes from three sources. In Buddhism, ignorance, excessive desire, like greed and lust and so forth. And anger, aggression. Now these then correspond to what in Tibetan medicine called three humours.